This is an 8-day backpacking route in California's Sierra Nevada mountains within the John Muir Wilderness. We started off at North Lake and went over Paiute Pass to Humphreys Basin, then climbed over Star Pass and dropped down to Pine Creek Pass. Next, we went through Granite Park and scrambled over Italy Pass and descended toward Lake Italy. Continued down the drainage through a bushwhack to meet up with the spur trail that connects to the PCT and JMT. Followed the PCT southbound to Mary Lake and Heart Lake, then continued losing elevation to the base of Paiute Canyon, where we had to make it all back up towards Humphreys Basin. Our last night being spent at the base of the Goth Cirque. This was an excellent trip with many highs and some lows. The Sierra is a very consistently beautiful place. Enjoy.
Lacey and I are here in the Sierra for quite a hefty trip. Heading up to Paiute Pass or Pute Pass. Right now, I already have a video of this section, so I won't do too much film until I get up there. Lots of skeeters right now. Well, we got our first sight of Loch 11 through the trees there. This is where we camped night number 1 on our first time heading to Humphreys Basin. It was a lot colder then, kind of grappled and snowed on us. Much better conditions right now. Don't want to speak too soon, but the mosquitoes are gone. And perfect backpacking temperature right now. Alright, we've made it up to the pass. Next step is going around this guy right here toward Desolation Lake. Just like I promised, I have returned to Humphreys Basin. Looks a lot more welcoming this time. A bit more people this time too, but that's okay. Got some weather off that way, just kind of brewing over in that area. As of right now, it doesn't seem like it's coming this way. We're now in view of Lower Desolation Lake. Upper is on this little platform here. Alright, with this thunderstorm, it's kind of actually getting closer. So we're actually going to drop down, camp at Lower Desolation Lake instead of Desolation Lake. That makes it twice in a row where we were originally gunning for Desolation Lake, but end up at Lower Desolation. The weather clears up, we might move though. Well, it looks like we made a good call setting up at Lower Desolation. Right when we got set up, it started to rain. It's kind of drizzling right now. And the storm hasn't quite moved on yet. It's 2 o'clock, we got plenty of daylight left, so we're just gonna relax in here till this nasty stuff blows over. So there's our tent. Some nice shelter in the boulders. Pan this way. Got an amazing view of this wall of earth over this way. These mountains were received a lot of photos from me last time I was here. Here's Lower Desolation Lake. And up further, beyond that hump is Desolation Lake. Up in there. And Carol Cole and Star Pass and all of them. And that's where we'll be going tomorrow. We'll be day tripping up there later today, but that's the plan. Well, the storms have passed, and Lacey and I are going to do a day trip up to Desolation Lake and the other small tarns up there. She has her pole with her, so hopefully we catch something. So far, no luck at Lower Desolation. Desolation Lake. It's a bit further in and a lot more uphill than I remembered. Well, we found all the fish jumping, so Lacey's gonna go give a crack at it. Came over this ridge, we spooked a massive eagle or something that was eating a fish on the shoreline. Unfortunately, the little fellers don't want to bite, so we're gonna reposition, start slowly making our way back to Lower Desolation. Getting closer to sunset. I guess it's the morning, these guys are waking us up. Alright, I don't usually do this, but since this is a bigger trip, might as well show you where I am on the map, since it's not a one way in, one way out like we usually do. So I'm using the Nat Geo Mammoth Lakes Mono Divide Trails Illustrated map. Kind of just using it for reference, to be honest. I have been coming to find out the mileages are crazy off. So if you're going to do this, be smarter than me and buy a local company that's in the area that makes maps for the Sierra. They'll actually know what they're doing. They actually hike the trails. I'll get more on that later. So anyways, we started here, the North Lake Trailhead. We've been here before. We went up to Paiute Pass, or Paiute Pass, however it's pronounced, and dropped on down through here. Then this Desolation Lake turnoff here kind of more like cuts off sideways like this, doesn't kind of branch, unless there was one further up, I can't quite remember, but there was like a spur that cuts off a bit sooner and then comes along this way. And Right when we got here, there's like a massive thunderstorm brewing right here, so we decided to camp at Lower Desolation Lake, even though our original destination on our permit was Desolation Lake. And I'm glad we did, because once we set up camp at Lower Desolation, literally like 3 minutes later, it started drizzling. And then like 10 minutes after that, it was like a little downpour and heavy thunder and lightning booms right on top of us. And went to bed for an hour or two, woke up and it was clear other than on the horizon. And that was day number 1 for us. Very good day. I love Humphreys Basin, really pretty area. It is day 2, we're all packed up. Our objective is actually in the background right over there. We're either heading up Carroll Cole or Star Pass. Let's take a look at them and see which one's doable. See our pass and or Cole right here or here, and this one is viable as well. That looks like a lot more extra uphill to get there, so we're gonna stick with straight ahead. I believe that is Carroll Cole. I could be wrong though. One last look at Desolation Lake. Another really pretty lake up here. Alright, so we're at the head of Mesa Lake, and we're gonna go up to this thing. I think the map called it the Wedge. We're just gonna follow the trees up. Just popped up from the Wedge right here, dropping down into this little sand gravel bar. We're gonna traverse under the peak and go up these rocks here, and on the other side of this guy right here is Star Pass. Carroll Cole is over that way, so we'll have our options. One last look of Humphreys Basin. Made it to Star Pass. Looks like our way down's gonna be into that little slot. There's no snow over there. But look at all these lakes. There's Pine Creek Pass right there. We're now on the ramp. We're gonna drop down as far as we can there and then continue boulder hopping. Mine's heavy, you might have to stand up to move mine. Needs another bed, just friction. Wait till I clear the way before you come down. just got down from Star Pass. Don't let it fool you when there's snow and these little crevices and stuff, and it's all melting. That granite becomes slick. That was a lot more of a beast than I thought it was going to be. When all the snow's gone in the summer, midsummer, you probably fly through this pass pretty quickly. Probably would have went through it quicker if we brought ice axe and crampons, but we didn't. This is the shoreline of Star Lake. Well, it's 1 o'clock. We're at this tarn near Star Lake, and there's tons of fish jumping in it. Some decent sized ones too, so we're gonna take an hour break here. And Lacey's gonna try and catch us something to eat. And if we have no luck here, we'll drop down to the lower lake and take a break there for an hour. Boulder hopping adventure is not over yet. Well, there's Star Lake's head wall. We just climbed down. Heading to, I believe it's called Owl Lake and Moon Lake. Big one here is Owl Lake. Could be wrong though. So we're gonna head that way. Moon Lake is behind these trees, and a trail starts at the end of Owl Lake. And we're gonna take that down into the valley here, which will then connect up with Pine Creek Pass. Can't really hate that backdrop. I'll give you a little 360 of camp here. We've got a pretty good view. It's pretty exposed, but that's kind of what we wanted to get these dang mosquitoes off of us. My hands kind of feel like hamburger meat right now, and if you remember my Eagle Cap video, I had that ridiculous setup of the cowboy hat with the blue handkerchief. That's kind of why I got this, so it didn't look as stupid, to protect myself from bugs. But that thing, the stupid cowboy hat and the handkerchief, actually worked better than this thing. They're somehow getting in between the little cracks here and getting me in the ears and all sorts of stuff. We got some tactical mosquitoes in the Sierra, which pretty surprised of. You don't hear much of it, unless I just haven't been paying attention. But yeah, here's a 360-degree view of camp. All right, here we go. There's a Star Pass right there. That's where we just came down from. The lakes we fished at were in here. Sorry. Here's the top of the tent. Up over that ridge for another mile, I think. Once you get up on that ridge is Royce Lakes. We're gonna opt to stay down here. Just because we're only a couple hours from sunset, we're gonna need like some rest and relaxation. Not the biggest fan of hiking from dawn till dusk. There's the rest of Pine Creek Pass. We're gonna head down there tomorrow and intersect the Lake Italy Trail and tackle Italy Pass. Good morning, it is day number 3. Thankfully the wind is somewhat picked up here, keeping the mosquitoes at bay. Today's objective is Lake Italy, and today's big hurdle is Italy Pass. So we're at Pine Creek Pass right now. We're going to drop down to the Lake Italy Trail and that's Lake Italy. It's off in that direction right there. All right, for day 2, obviously we stayed overnight at Lower Desolation. Day 2 is the day we tackled Star Pass. It's an off-trail route, and in the summer, like I said, be pretty easy boulder hopping, but without much snow and ice, not having ice axe and crampons is a little difficult. So we woke up at Lower Desolation to some marmots invading our camp. Went up the trail to the Desolation Lake. Right around here we turned off, went around the south side of Desolation Lake, crossed these streams here, and went to the Wedge, near Wedge Lake, this section here. Some guy referred to it as the Wedge. So we climbed the Wedge up towards this high point, right up, there's like doesn't really show, but there's like a nice little high point right here. Up to a bump, then traversed around into this basin here. There's like a secondary basin. And then Star Pass is right here. And we dropped down Star Pass. And it took a lot out of us, actually. There's a lot of pack passing and all that. Star Lake was really pretty. From there, we walked around. Another easy boulder hop down to L Lake. L Lake was loaded with fish. Caught some fish, ate them here. Walked around the south side of L Lake, found the trail, and just followed the L Lake Trail down into French Canyon to where we met up with the Pine Creek Pass Trail and went up to Pine Creek Pass. Alright, we're all packed up and ready to head to Lake Italy. Kind of sad we're going to leave this pass because the wind is really picked up, and for the first time in a good minute we haven't had to deal with mosquitoes. So yeah, hopefully it's the same story with Lake Italy. So let's go find out. Well, sun's out, guns out. We been without mosquitoes for about 30 minutes. We're almost in Granite Park. So time to get my tan on. I'm gonna apologize to the viewers for seeing this northerner's ghostly white appendages. This isn't the Rocky Mountain Horror Show, it's the Sierra Mountain Horror Show. Looks like we got one last uphill in the Granite Park right here. And we'll take a break, eat some sausage, then tackle Italy Pass. Spectacular place. And there is Italy Pass right there. I see a person coming down right now. Lacey and I have made it to Italy Pass. It's windy, but I like that because when the sun's out, it's really hot. And when the wind's not blowing, there's bugs everywhere. Probably up there with some of the prettiest passes I've been up on. Wow. Coming down Italy Pass right now. This side is a lot more mellow on its descent. No bugs yet. Highlight of the trip so far, bar none. Looks like Toe Lake has another quarter-mile of boulder hopping on the way, or to get that anyway, and I'm all boulder hopped out for the day. Just so happens we got a 5-star camp spot right here. Well, we've made it to camp and are set up. We're gonna relax now. We've got an amazing view. These mountains back this way are massive. Well, it is nearing the end of day 3. We're just relaxing. Only got about 2 hours or so from sunset. You all have been hearing about my opinions on everything I've been seeing this whole time, but you haven't heard any from Lacey. So of the 3 days we've had so far, what's been your favorite?
It's probably gonna be a combination of fishing on day 2 and then the views today, day 3.
Yeah, the views
especially when
good.
We got up on the pass. That was really pretty.
Yeah, the views are really good. And the whole trip so far, what have you liked the least?
Definitely the mosquitoes.
Yeah, fucking mosquitoes.
So I don't usually do this, but since it's a longer trip, I'll show you what we're eating. First off, got a bunch of prepackaged chicken and seasoned chicken, like buffalo sauce and all that, with tortillas, ranch packets, and bacon. They're all right. The plain chicken, actually, with the tortillas, we found out eating them basically makes you not hungry anymore, not want to eat. So we're gonna use that stuff as like snacks and stuff for now. Speaking of snacks, we've got all these bars, and we had a lot of gummy worms in here. There's still some in there. Most are gone. And we got this pouches of salmon that are really good for quick on the go snacks. Very delicious. Got some couscous with lentils and raisins and all that stuff. That should be good one night. 3 things of gravy mix for our 3 mashed potatoes over there. Got some pepper jack cheese that we haven't dove into yet. Speaking of cheese, got 2 big things of Kraft mac and cheese with the swirly noodles. 4 cheese mac and cheese here. These 2 here are those eggshell, I think they called, or whatever. Alfredo, chicken Alfredo noodles minus the chicken. But we could add chicken if we want, because we got chicken. Got more mac and cheese here, just different shaped noodles. Serve basically 2 boxes. Same with that, 2 boxes. Powdered milk, and then we got some good seasoning here that's like salt, pepper. It's like good chicken, barbecue chicken seasoning. The reason it's in with this section of powdered milk is because it started leaking. A hole got put in it. Got the salmon seasoning from Cabela's that goes good on all fish. And speaking of fish, got the butter and lime here for the fish Lacey catch to eat. This is garbage. We had a big sausage, thought it was like this big. Most of it's gone now. This stuff is amazing. Gotta bring more of that. And we're down to our last 2 breakfasts of Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Yeah, that's basically what we're eating. I think we're gonna go with the 4 cheese tonight. Dinner, 4 cheese macaroni, slices of pepper jack and bacon. Yummy. This is what I'm talking about. Much colder temperatures and some decent wind. There's no bugs bothering me, and I could stay out here and enjoy this as long as I want without feeling like I'm being turned to hamburger meat. Day 3 is hands down favorite day of the trip so far. We woke up here at Pine Creek Pass, just gained a couple 100 feet, dropped down. This was all smooth sailing here. The bugs were kind of bad in this section right here. Surprisingly, at Honeymoon Lake here, the bugs vanished, which is kind of marshy, so I was kind of surprised with that. Then we started going up into Granite Park. And I'm having some regrets that we actually didn't camp here in Granite Park. This is probably in the top 20 prettiest places I've ever been. Like, this place is gorgeous. And really good hiking, very straightforward. Massive peaks and cirques. Loved it. Italy Pass wasn't too bad. The view from the pass looking this way was phenomenal. And we started going down from Italy Pass. Jumbo Lake wasn't anything too special, and then we rolled into Lake Italy, which was also in the top 20, top 10 prettiest places I've ever been. Like, incredible areas. It's an incredible day of hiking from Pine Creek Pass to Lake Italy here. Really wish we spent a night here, and I really wish we had a 0 day in Lake Italy, because wow, this section was incredible. I gotta definitely come back and do it again. What a phenomenal day. Well, it is day number 4. First, got to figure out our way around that snow field. There's like the snow field that just kind of slides into the lake. We don't have an ice axe or crampons, so may have to do some boulder hopping around it because the map says the trail goes through it. I'll show you in a second. Hopefully it's not as bad when we get closer. So let's get going. There's that snow field. Looks like you could boulder hop around it right there, but it might be flat enough to just walk across, and just being this far away makes it look steeper. Don't want to take a slip and slide into the lake right now. Actually, we came here and on closer inspection, it's pretty mellow and these sun cups are massive. So pretty much would prevent a fall mostly. Like these things are like up to my knees and the snow is thick. Oh, we got past it. Pretty easy going actually. There's a faint trail starting to form along the shoreline here. Not quite done yet. Luckily, we got some really big sun cups. Trails turn into a Cascade-esque hike. Tell you what, this trail isn't so much a trail, it's more of a climber's route. It's reminding me a lot of bushwhacking in the Cascades, and to be honest, I'm not enjoying it too much. It's throwing off our timing too. Normally when these Nat Geo maps have trails marked on them, they're usually pretty well marked. This is very climber rowdy. Frog on the trail. Lacey picked it up and moved it off the trail, so no PCT accidentally steps on him. Now, if only we could start stepping on these mosquitoes, damn. Get to Marie Lake. Just relax for a bit. The heat and mosquitoes are gnarly, but up here the wind's blowing, so it's not too bad. Marie Lake is actually really beautiful. Swing back the other way because I'm sitting down right now. I was looking at the map. I believe that mountain right there is Seven Gables. As I swing it over this way, it's in the direction of our pass and Sally Keys Lakes. This is a nice little tent pad spot right here that we're going to claim. We were camping towards the base of that guy. It's the one mountain that we had the backdrop of on Lake Italy. Come quite a ways. Alright, day 4 is when I have some choice words for old Nat Geo crew here. We woke up from Lake Italy here. Had a few snow slides into the lake here that were heavily sun-cupped, which were easy traversing. This section here, absolutely beautiful. It's very green, lots of waterfalls, and lots of granite. The problem started once we got here. The trail doesn't really, it looks like it's a very straightforward trail. It more like does this. Like lots of crossing. You cross the stream a few times. I'm sure you could stay on the one side, like it says, but we found out there's a section where it opens up into a meadow, and if you stay on the north side of the creek, you're gaining 50 feet, losing 50 feet, gaining 50 feet, losing 50 feet. So we actually crossed the stream into this meadow, marsh area, and just walked along this meadow, and crossed back over once it got over the bumpy area. Then you pretty much just stay on the north side heading down. It's not straight like this. It's very, very, very windy. It's very marshy too. I don't know why they don't use the marsh symbol here. I don't know if it's just because the time of year we're doing this, but we were pretty much walking in like 3 to 4 inches of water. This whole, from here about all the way to like here, and the trail's just vanishing. I'm sure in August and stuff, this is fine, but because we're doing it so early, it was just so marshy and hard to follow, and holy crud, were the mosquitoes bad. Lacey and I had our own fan clubs. We each had like 20 to 30 mosquitoes each following us. Didn't really enjoy this section at all. Finally got down to the PCT and JMT. Oh, by the way, they say this from here all the way back to the start of Granite Park by Honeymoon Lake is 10.3 miles. With the amount of switchbacks, squiggling, and boulder hopping up to Italy Pass and down, I'm gonna have to call BS on that. There's no way. It's probably gonna be more like 12, which you don't think the extra 2 would really add a lot, but when you're getting bombarded by mosquitoes, that extra 2 miles are a pretty big deal. Then we came down into here. We intersected the JMT and PCT and started heading southbound on it. These mileages are off, but I'm not gonna go into that because it was pretty straightforward and easy walking at that point. And we got to our night 4 camp at Mary Lake. This lake is really pretty, but holy crap, when the wind isn't blowing, the mosquitoes are horrific here. Like really, really, really bad. But when the wind's blowing, it's perfect. That's what I failed to mention last at Lake Italy. No bugs when we were there, and it was heaven. Same with Granite Park. From Granite Park to Lake Italy, no bugs, pure bliss. But yeah, that was day 4. So yeah, buy a local map for if you're gonna do this section, unless you just want to use this for reference like we did. I'm saying that now, but I was actually pretty reliant on this mileage. But boy, I don't have a GPS with me right now, but I'm very confident to say they are way off with this section right here. We gotta tackle Selden Pass first. think it's that guy over there. It seems like those fish flies are out competing the mosquitoes. And I'd rather have a million of those fish flies flying around me and just landing and chilling on me than the mosquitoes, because the fish flies are just landing and cracking a beer and being like, what's up? Mosquitoes are, yeah, they bite. Lacey and I are gonna change plans. Instead of going straight to Selden Pass, we're actually gonna go check out this unnamed lake at the base of this cirque. So, say a quarter mile before Selden Pass, we're gonna go off trail up where this stream is, up this way to the right of this hump here. I think the lake's behind this head wall right here. First view of this nameless lake. We came out of a clearing. There's a Heart Lake, and there's one of the Sally Keys lakes right there. There's the PCT JMT. We actually kind of went around the pass. We ended up going higher. That other lake was in the cirque right here. Here's a classic Sierra backdrop with the pines mixed in with the granite. Really pretty. As Aaron would put it, we just got birthed by nature through those trees there. Knocked my map out of my pocket, but we are almost down to Heart Lake. It's pretty much just mellow walking now. Made it to the shore of Heart Lake. Today, day 5 was pretty easy and very short. We obviously woke up at Mary Lake actually pretty late because we were just dreading. There was mosquitoes all around our bug netting, and we were just dreading the idea of having to wake up and fight through them as we pack up. But we finally did. The wind picked up a bit, which is good, and yeah, the bugs died down a little bit. We started heading towards, original plan was to go to Sally Keys Lakes, but right around here, kind of just looking up at this cirque here, it just seemed very attractive. So we went off trail up to this tarn right here, where we then cut around this way to this. There's a big bouldery head wall you climb, and up to this nameless lake. But this area is beautiful. There's no fish, I don't think. We tried fishing for a bit, but there's nothing. But this cirque is beautiful. The view from the lower lake of this cirque is just as pretty too. But there is a camping spot right here. It's a little rocky, but it's flat enough to get a night's sleep. So you can camp here without having to worry too much about boulders with the view of the lake. And so we were here for a few hours, relaxing, enjoying mosquito-lessness with the wind, and decided it's time to go. So we dropped down here to Lower Lake, followed the stream here, right where the stream starts to bend. We just followed these contours this way down to Heart Lake. It's where Lacey actually started catching a few fish, so we're gonna camp at Heart Lake today. So it's a very short day. It's just like whoop. So we actually went around Selden Pass. We actually ended up going higher than Selden Pass and coming down. But this lake's beautiful. From afar, this looks pretty marshy, and I don't like the idea of dealing with mosquitoes right now. And Heart Lake is mosquito free right now and Lacey's catching fish, so we're gonna camp here for the night. Well, we just had the most relaxing day of the trip. It's perfect temperature, nice and cool. There's some wind, so no bugs. I think I counted 3 mosquitoes all day since we got to Heart Lake. And now we're just waiting for sunset. Lacey caught a bunch of fish today too. Just all around amazing and relaxing day. Well, good morning. It is day number 6. Today we're going to drop down to Paiute Canyon. Got a very long walk today. Hopefully the mosquitoes aren't too bad down there. It's nice and cool up here. It almost reminds me of like that late summer, early fall temperatures. Really loving it. I know it's going to change once we get down low. We're going to drop down about 8,000 feet. We're at about 10,000, a little above 10,000 feet right now. So I know it's going to get hotter, and Mr. Northerner here doesn't do too good in heat, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, this is just a long valley walk day. Hopefully the forest is really pretty, but we've been having a lot of dessert lately. It's about time we have our vegetables, I guess. So let's get going. One last look of Heart Lake. We were camped right there. Lacey found a chair tree. Be some nice meadows and a creek with some sandy beaches too. Starting to get a little biosphere change with the trees. We've made it to the Sally Keys cutoff intersection. We are back on our way to where we started at Paiute Pass. Down here in the valley, the wind is still somewhat going, but oh boy is it hot. It's like hiking in a business suit right now. Whew. Made it to the junction, just had a nice little break, and we're gonna head up Paiute Canyon now. T-shirts and shorts were nice while they lasted. Taking a break in this pretty meadow. It's somewhat windy, and our personal fan clubs of 40 mosquitoes each are gone now. But they'll come back as soon as we go back into those darn trees. Yeah, we're currently still working our way up to Humphreys Basin. We're on mile 4.5 of the 2.5 mile section. So, yeah, almost up there. Well, Lacey and I have finally made it to Humphreys Basin from Heart Lake. It was a really long day. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow morning. We basically just got here at sunset at Lower Trout Lake. We're on the outskirts. You can't camp at Trout Lake within a certain distance, or just on the outskirts. There's this tarn that's on the outskirts, and that's what we set up near. So I'll see you in the morning. It's like friends woke us up with their annoying little wing sounds. They're waiting and they're hungry. Right there's the Lower Golden Trout Lake. We're in a race to get higher up. Got our mosquito clouds we're trying to lose right now. Back up on the trail, the lake we're going to, like right in here, and Goth Lake is a bit higher than that. There you can see Star Pass. Reached the pass, and on the Muriel Lake Trail should be somewhere down here, and Goth Lake I think might be in there. Got our first view, some bodies of water. Gosh, look at the color of that water. Absolutely stunning. Alright, so I couldn't explain to you yesterday because of too many bugs. What we did, so we started up here at Heart Lake and started dropping down to Sally Keys. This section here, very Yellowstone-like, kind of cool. It's breezy and nice, this forest walk downhill, super nice. This section here, got a little buggy. I get there's a marsh symbol there. Got a little buggy. Then once we got here, the bugs went away. And then once we got to the PCT Paiute Canyon Trail Junction, took a little break. It was really hot. There was a little bit of a breeze, but wouldn't advise going up the Paiute Canyon Trail if it's hot with no breeze, because not a lot of shade. So anyways, after break, we went up Paiute Canyon Trail. A lot more squiggly than this. That shows. It's really beautiful, but very squiggly trail. Goes over a lot more of these type of humps than it shows. Quite a few waterfalls in this section here, or bigger cascades. Got really buggy in this section right before Hutchinson Meadow. Hutchinson Meadow, when everything started to really suck. Lacey really hurt her foot here, and we each had our own personal cloud of 40 mosquitoes, and we had like 6 stream crossings. So it wasn't very fun. This mile here wasn't as straight. It does a little good job show it squiggling, but yeah, it's very switchbacky. Didn't seem like a mile from here to the Lower Honeymoon lake trail. Seemed a bit further than that, and we were moving pretty quick here. This section here, I highly doubt it's 2.5 miles. It's a lot more squiggly and switchbacky. Pretty dry, lots of mosquitoes all the way up. Getting a little angry with those darn bugs. When we got about to right here, Lacey saw some water down here of the lower Golden Trout Lake, which you can't camp at. But we just started cutting off from there, because we had no idea what the trail was really doing at that point, because it was like going back this way, even though it shows it. We weren't at this point yet. We were like further back here, and it was starting to go that way, so I don't know why it doesn't show that. But we started cutting across, up the stream. There's a little tarn right here on the outside of this trail once we crossed over this trail. And just outside the no camping zone, that's where we camped for the night. And we arrived right when the sun was going down. Only had time to watch sunset, eat, and then go into the tent. So not my ideal day of backpacking, because we did the wake up, walk till sunset, and go to bed. And yeah, that's what we did yesterday. That's why mosquitoes and heat really beat me down at this section right here. So I just wanted to eat and go to bed. All right, so Lacey and I are gonna walk around the lake here. Sort of thinking this Wahoo Lake is on the other side here, but we're going to Goth Lake. Walk up this grassy slope, then boulder hop between these two snow fields, around to where these trees are, and we should be able to see Goth Lake and the Goth Cirque. This is a part of the Goth Cirque right here. That's somewhere around there is where we'll camp for the last night of our Sierra trip. It looks like Granite Park and Lake Italy have some competition in the scenery department. This is going to be an absolutely spectacular spot for our last night here in the Sierra. Absolutely stunning. Actually reminds me a lot of the Beartooths in Montana. I could be wrong, but I think we're almost at 12,000 feet. The number is a bit higher than 10,000 feet, so I'm gonna take this thing apart here. Shouldn't be having fires up here. A super fragile ecosystem. Improving my technique. Here's the upper lake. There's a alpine coal. This side anyway looks like a pretty straightforward boulder hop. Pretty snow free right now. It's another nice relaxing day for our last night out here. This is absolutely phenomenally stunning. So beautiful. I've got the Goethe Cirque back there, Goethe, however it's pronounced. And I'm just watching Mount Humphrey right now. Already stared at the Cirque for about over an hour, so switching over to Humphrey. This is so pretty and relaxing. Took a look at Alpine Coal earlier. Doesn't look too bad at all. It looks like a very long boulder hopping session up there and then down the other side, I'm gonna assume. But gonna save that in the noggin for another trip out here. And one thing I learned, especially with the mosquitoes here in the Sierra, so they taught me something, is my hands are very vulnerable when I'm using the tripod, like setting tripod, like walk-in shots. I like doing the little walk-in shots just to show like scale and stuff with a few people in the shot, but I learned on those very mosquito days I couldn't do that because I'm carrying the tripod with both hands. They're able to really mince my fingers and knuckles up with their little bitey stinger things. So that was nice to learn. The Sierra mosquitoes are very tactical, very tactical. Good morning, we're gonna pack up and hike out. Good morning, so we are packing up. It's really nice packing up and not have to worry about mosquitoes like at our last couple of mornings. Talking quiet, we've got fellow campers that are up over there. We had dinner with last night, and they were really cool. They're some of them are from Montana, some of them are from Reno. They actually had a local map, better map than that Nat Geo map, and yeah, the map we were using is way off on a lot of stuff. So that was had a good laugh about that. But yeah, day 7 was amazing, and a great night. And it's unfortunately time to get packed up and time to get rolling. One last look of Humphreys Basin.
I can't escape this memory. It's like a dream, it's got me up all night again, and you're all that I can see. But I've been here before, I've crossed so many roads, never needed more than I could hold. Running and returning, in a vision you're a ghost in black and white, a silhouette in blue and green. I lay awake at night and wait for you to come. Been hanging on so hard and now I can't let go. I'm in a rolling wave that moves across the line. Am I losing my faith? We're gonna lose it in time. Leaves are falling down like rain.